The email arrived at 11:47 p.m. on December 23rd, while I was working late at the office, trying to finish year-end reports so I could take Christmas Eve off. The subject line read, "Urgent, payment required, family obligation." I almost deleted it, thinking it was spam. Then I saw the sender, Mom. My hands trembled slightly as I opened it. There was no greeting, no "Dear Lily," no pleasantries. Just an attached PDF and a single line of text. Due immediately. Wire transfer details included. The attachment was an invoice. A professionally formatted, itemized invoice on what appeared to be official letterhead my parents had created. The Morrison Family Trust. At the top, in bold letters, Christmas gift assessment, Haley's vehicle. Item, 2024 Mercedes-Benz C-Class. Color, pearl white with red interior, custom. Additional features, premium package, AMG styling, winter tires. Total amount due, $22,000. Payment terms, due upon receipt. Late payment penalty, permanent exclusion from family events. At the bottom, a note in my mother's handwriting, scanned and attached. Your sister deserves this. It's the least you can do after all we've done for you. Mom and Dad. I stared at the screen, my coffee growing cold in my hand. My sister Haley was 22, had dropped out of college twice, and was currently finding herself, while living rent-free in our parents' pool house. I was 28, had worked 60-hour weeks since graduating, and hadn't been invited to a family event in 2 years. My phone rang. Mom, did you get the invoice? No hello, no warmth in her voice. Mom, is this a joke? She laughed, that sharp, brittle sound I knew too well. You're just a bank to us, Lily. You know that. You've always known that. The successful one. The one with the big tech job. Time to pay up. You're asking me to buy Haley a Mercedes for Christmas? A Christmas I'm not even invited to. Oh, did we forget to mention? Her voice dripped with false surprise. No, you're not invited. Your father was very clear about that. I heard his voice in the background, then he took the phone. You're not worth a plate at Christmas, Lily. But your money is always welcome. $22,000. That's nothing to you. Dad, that's almost a third of my annual salary. Don't lie to us. We know what those tech people make. Haley showed us the articles. You probably have that much in your checking account. The truth was, I did have the money. I'd been saving religiously for 3 years for a house down payment, living in a studio apartment, driving a 10-year-old Honda, eating ramen more often than I'd admit. Every bonus, every raise went straight to savings. I had $67,000 saved, and they were demanding a third of it for my sister's dream car. Why should I pay for Haley's car? I asked, already knowing the answer. Because family helps family, Mom said, taking the phone back. And since you're too selfish to give us grandchildren or marry that doctor we introduced you to, the least you can do is take care of your sister. The doctor you introduced me to was married, Mom. Details, she dismissed. The invoice stands. If it's not paid by December 25th, don't bother trying to contact us again. We'll tell everyone you abandoned the family. Haley's already picked out the car. The dealer is holding it. She already picked it out? Without even knowing if I'd pay. We knew you would. You always do. Remember her college tuition? Her apartment deposit? Her study abroad that turned into a vacation? You always cave. She was right. I'd been subsidizing Haley's life since I got my first real job. Every crisis, every want disguised as a need, every tearful phone call about how Mom and Dad couldn't afford to help her, I'd paid. I'd estimate I'd given them close to $100,000 over the past 6 years. I need to think about it, I said. There's nothing to think about. Pay by Christmas or you're dead to us. The line went dead. I sat in my empty office, fluorescent lights humming overhead, and pulled up my banking app. There it was, $67,432. 3 years of sacrifice. 3 years of sorry, I can't go out tonight, and I'll just have water, and wearing the same 5 outfits to work on rotation. Then I pulled up my email and scrolled back. 2 months ago. Lily won't be needed at Thanksgiving. Family only. 6 months ago. Your cousin's wedding is intimate. Siblings aren't getting plus ones, so you're not included. Last Christmas. We're doing something small this year. Just us and Haley. But the requests for money never stopped. Always framed as emergencies. Always with the threat of family excommunication if I didn't comply. I pulled up Haley's Instagram. Posted 3 hours ago. A photo of her at the Mercedes dealership, sitting in a pearl white C-Class captioned, "Santa better come through." Christmas tree automobile hashtag blessed hashtag Christmas miracle hashtag new car who this. The comments were revealing. Our aunt. Your parents must be so proud. Haley's reply. They're making it happen. 2 hearts. Making it happen. With my money. I opened a new browser tab and started researching. It took me an hour, but I found everything I needed. Then I made a call to a lawyer friend who owed me a favor. Sarah, I need your help with something. Can you draft a document for me tonight? I'll pay your emergency rate. By 2 a.m., I had everything in place. I went home, slept for 4 hours, then got up on Christmas Eve morning with a plan. First, I called the Mercedes dealership. Hi, I understand you're holding a pearl white C-Class for Haley Morrison. Yes. Are you calling to arrange payment? The family said you'd be handling the financial portion. Actually, I'm calling to inform you that I will not be purchasing that vehicle. Any contract or hold you have is not authorized by me, and I want it on record that I'm not responsible for this purchase. Oh dear. The young lady was quite certain. I'm sure she was. Have a good day. Next, I drafted an email. Not to my parents, but to our entire extended family. The subject line, the real cost of Christmas. Dear family, I wanted to share something with you all this Christmas Eve. Attached is an invoice I received from Mom and Dad for $22,000 to buy Haley a Mercedes-Benz. This would be on top of the approximately $100,000 I've provided over the past 6 years for various family emergencies. I haven't been invited to Christmas, Thanksgiving, or any family gathering in 2 years. In Mom's words, I'm just a bank to them. In Dad's words, I'm not worth a plate at Christmas. I wanted you all to know why you won't be seeing me at future gatherings. It's not by choice. I've been financially supporting the family while being emotionally excluded from it. This ends today. Merry Christmas. Lily. I attached the invoice and hit send to 37 family members. Then I called my bank. I'd like to move $67,000 from my savings to a new account at a different institution, effective immediately. Within an hour, my phone exploded. Calls, texts, voicemails. I ignored them all and went to my office, the one place I knew no one would think to look for me on Christmas Eve. At noon, I opened the family group chat I'd been removed from but could still see because Cousin Jamie had screenshotted everything for me. The messages were extraordinary. Aunt Patricia, is this real? You asked Lily for $22,000 for a CAR. Mom, family business. Stay out of it. Uncle Rob, this is disgusting. She's your daughter, not an ATM. Haley, she's lying. She offered to buy it for me. Cousin Mark. Haley, you literally posted about it on Instagram 3 days ago saying your parents were making it happen. Grandma, I'm ashamed of you both. That girl has been nothing but generous, and this is how you treat her. Then came the private messages to me. From Dad, you've ruined Christmas. The dealer called. They're releasing the car. Haley is devastated. From Mom, how dare you air family business? You're vindictive and cruel. From Haley, I hate you. That was my car. You're so selfish. But also, from Grandma, come to my house for Christmas, sweetheart. You are always welcome here. From Aunt Patricia, I had no idea. I'm so sorry. Please come tomorrow. We have plenty of room. From Cousin Jamie, girl, that was savage. Good for you. Mom's setting an extra place at dinner. At 3 p.m. on Christmas Eve, I got another email from Mom. This one had a different tone. Lily, we may have been hasty. Perhaps we can discuss a payment plan for the car? Maybe $10,000 now and the rest over the year? We already told everyone Haley was getting it. Please don't humiliate us. I responded, no. Dad called. I let it go to voicemail. You've destroyed this family. Your grandparents are refusing to come tomorrow unless we invite you. Your aunts and uncles are threatening to leave. All over money. You're so materialistic. This is your fault. I laughed, alone in my office. My fault. For not paying $22,000 for a car for my sister, who hadn't spoken to me in 6 months except to ask for money. Christmas Day came. I woke up in my studio apartment, made myself coffee, and opened my laptop. The family group chat was in meltdown. Apparently, Grandma had announced at Christmas dinner, with my empty chair prominently displayed at her insistence, that she was changing her will. The house my parents had been counting on inheriting, it would now go to me. Since Lily has been supporting this family financially for years while being treated like an outsider, she'd announced, she deserves to be rewarded for her kindness, not punished for it. The explosion was immediate. Haley threw a tantrum. Mom cried. Dad stormed out. The extended family took sides, most of them mine once they heard the full story. Uncle Rob, who owned a construction company, offered me a deal on a house he was renovating. Family discount, he said. Real family, not whatever your parents think family means. Aunt Patricia, who worked in HR at a Fortune 500 company, sent me job listings. If you want to relocate, I can get you interviews. Fresh start. By December 26th, I had 17 invitations for New Year's Eve and 3 job interviews lined up in different cities. Haley posted on Instagram, "Worst Christmas ever. Some people are so selfish." She got 12 likes. My cousin's comment underneath. "Selfish is expecting your sister to buy you a Mercedes while excluding her from Christmas dinner," got 847. On December 27th, I got one final email from my parents. A formal letter from a lawyer demanding I pay the $22,000 as a verbal contract had been established based on past patterns of financial support. I forwarded it to Sarah, my lawyer friend, who responded, "LOL. They have no case. Want me to send a cease and desist?" "Yes," I replied. "And Sarah, make it as legal and cold as possible." On New Year's Eve, I sat at Grandma's table, surrounded by aunts, uncles, and cousins who'd spent years wondering why I'd stopped coming to family events. The truth was finally out. "We thought you were too good for us," Aunt Patricia admitted. "Your mom always said you preferred to work than spend time with family. She told us you thought family gatherings were beneath you," Uncle Rob added. "That you only cared about money." The projection was so perfect it was almost artistic. They'd painted me as everything they were. At midnight, as everyone toasted to the new year, my phone buzzed. A text from an unknown number. I opened it to find a message from Haley. "Mom and Dad are getting divorced. They're fighting about money. Dad says Mom spent too much on me. Mom says Dad promised you'd always pay. They're selling the house. I have to move out of the pool house. This is all your fault." I screenshotted it and sent it to the family group chat with a simple message. "Happy New Year, everyone. This year, I'm choosing to invest in people who see me as family, not as a bank." Clinking glasses. Grandma raised her glass from across the table and winked. "About damn time, sweetheart." The Mercedes dealership called me on January 2nd. "Ms. Morrison, we have a pre-owned Honda Civic that just came in. Your sister is here trying to trade in her 2015 BMW for it, but she owes more than it's worth. She said you might be willing to." "No," I said and hung up. My parents had been right about one thing. I did have money, but they'd been wrong about everything else. I wasn't a bank. I wasn't worthless. I wasn't too selfish to be family. I was just too valuable to be treated like an ATM with no feelings. The house down payment I'd saved? I used it for exactly that, a small house near Grandma, with a garden and a spare room for when my cousins visited. The first Christmas there, I hosted dinner. Everyone was invited. Everyone except 3 people who'd taught me the difference between being related and being family. They'd sent me an invoice for $22,000. I'd sent them back something priceless. Consequences.